Hey there, Internet, and happy International Women's Day! There is like all this feminist girl power love happening on the internet, and I wanted to add to that. Recently, President Obama announced his nominee for the next Librarian of Congress. Dr. Carla Hayden would be unlike any Librarian of Congress we've ever had before. For one, she's a woman, which is awesome. For two, she is African American, which is something that none of the previous librarians have been. And three, she is an actual librarian. Like, she went to library school, she's worked as a librarian. None of the men who have had this job before have ever been trained in library science. So that would be so cool. So in honor of Carla and all of the many rock star librarians that are out there, today I'm going to talk a little bit about my favorite fictional lady librarians. Now, one that people might not expect to see on this list is Tammy To from Parks and Rec. Yes, I know she's evil, but the woman gets stuff done. That's admirable in its really messed up way. I'm not saying she's got good methods, and she's a little bit crazy, but I would say most librarians are a little bit. Evie Carnahan from The Mummy also needs to be mentioned. She is passionate about being a librarian, which is awesome, and I feel like that kind of counteracts the fact that in this 1999 movie, she's also the one who's basically a little bit totally responsible for making all of these crazy things happen in Egypt. She is fierce and proud about being a librarian, and I can respect that. A group of librarians that don't get a lot of recognition, and I think they should, is Bunny Watson and her crew from the movie Desk Set. This is a movie from, I believe, the 50s or 60s, and it's about this group of reference librarians at a news organization, and they are terrified because the company wants to put an electronic brain into the reference department, and they're afraid that it's going to put them out of a job. Of course, computers and librarians can work side by side. We know that now. But this feisty group of 4 women really show that you can't replace people, but with the aids of computers, we can get so much done. Another librarian who makes my list that people might be surprised by is Madam Pince from Harry Potter in the Hogwarts Library. Now, yes, she's grumpy, and she is a little bit obnoxious, and the kids never seem to have anything really nice to say about her. But think about this. She is probably the one who helped Hermione find a lot of the reading material that ended up saving Harry and Ron's butts over the course of these 7 books. And also, taking inventory is hard enough. Imagine having to do that for things like the restricted section. Reference books are heavy, but she also had to worry about the fact that they might bleed or scream or bite her. So, just bear that in mind. And then finally, there's the librarian that is so famous she gets her own song, Marian the Librarian from the musical The Music Man. Is she a little bit uptight? Sure. But she also knows her stuff. She exposes the youths of River City to all different kinds of radical ideas and books like Shakespeare and Balzac. She sticks to her guns. She is not easily swayed. She only changes her mind when she believes that it's the best thing to do. And if that's not advocating for your patrons and your community, then I don't know what is. So again, let's all keep our fingers crossed that Dr. Hayden gets approved by the Senate to be our next Librarian of Congress. Happy International Women's Day to all of you lovely ladies out there, and to those who I know on the internet and in real life who have made me the woman that I am today. Thank you. All of my usual links are down below. Comments are always welcome, and that's it for me for now. Take care. Bye. I'm currently reading The Interestings by Meg Wolitzer, and if you like what you've seen here today, please like and please subscribe for more.